So I'm on my big road trip. Well, second road trip. Over the 4th of July, I went to Washington. 6 of us. And now you guys are watching those videos right now. And back from Washington already. Even though you're going to see those videos for the next 2 weeks. Back from Washington. And then I took off on Monday for another trip. And I made myself to Illinois, where I'm going to be staying for about 8 days. I'll probably leave here next Saturday, take off next Saturday, and I'll head over to Peoria, Illinois, where there's some motorcycle races I'm going to see. So I'm out here, let's see, what do they call this? Crystal Lake Park. Bud Fowles, how you doing? Tony, how are you? Thanks for coming in. I was just saying that I did my Washington trip and now I'm in Illinois, over here at Crystal Lake Park in my hometown where I grew up at. It's a nice little paths out here. Little river I'm crossing right now. Got the bike back over there. Ooh, right there. Motorcycles over there. I'm over here. Anyways, just checking it out. Wanted to stop and go live for a few minutes. Maybe 20-30 minutes. Take a little walk around. Got to get out and exercise every once in a while because I'm on that motorcycle. I got on this trip so far, I'm at 2,000 miles. Just over 2,000 miles. And I'll probably put on somewhere around 6,000 miles on this little trip. I'm going to, tomorrow I'm going to go, I got a carnival out here too. I don't know if I can see it from here. I'll be there probably Wednesday night. I think Wednesday night they got motorcycle races. The track's right over there. Carnival's right over there. It's a county fair. So anyways, I'll be here through Saturday. I'll probably cut out Saturday, head to Peoria, Illinois. Go to the motorcycle races over there. Dad used to take us whenever we were kids. We used to go out to these races at this racetrack as kids. This is a half-mile dirt flat track. So go over to Peoria Saturday, and then Sunday is the big national race. So I'll go see that motorcycle race. And after Sunday, I'm sure I'll just get a room over there, spend the night Sunday night, and then Monday I'll decide which way I want to go. But I do know that I'd like to go out to Rapid City. Sturgis motorcycle rally starts August 4th. So I'd like to go out to that and maybe do 1 or 2 days there. Irregardless, if I don't go there, you know, I'll do something fun and exciting on the road. Let me turn this around for a little bit, show you guys around. There we go. So you can drive all the way through this. It's probably a maybe a 2-mile drive through here, 1.5 to 2-mile drive through here. And then where I was at, crossing the bridge and everything here, just a walking path. You can walk all the way through here. It's a nice little woody area right in the middle of Urbana, Illinois. And we used to come here as kids. There's a public swimming pool just back here around the corner. We used to come here swimming as kids. And then as we got older, or as I got older, this was a cool place to come on the weekends and hang out and drink beers. where I got my big start of drinking back in the day. Here and a few other places around, you know, we'd go down to the river, out in the country, down to the river, drive the country roads. That's how I learned how to drive at 12 years old, down on the country roads while we were fishing. My brother-in-law would let me drive a 63 Chevy Impala. So this is a nice area. I just thought I'd drop here for a little bit. Got the old scooter right there. Spent the night at, got in town yesterday, spent the night at my brother's house, my younger brother. And one of my older brothers came over. We had dinner, nice spaghetti dinner. Beautiful weather. Yesterday was a little humidity. I took a little walk yesterday morning and a lot of humidity, which I'm not going to complain because a lot of you guys are in states that have that high humidity. I'm in a state that has like 12% humidity. Las Vegas, Nevada has very low humidity, thank God, because it was 120 degrees whenever I left there. Tony, where you at? You still in Washington, I'm sure. How's the weather where you're at? Today it's about 84 degrees. Humidity's down. It's been a little cloudy, so it's brought the humidity down. It's a little cool out today. Not, I don't want to say cool, but it feels good. $71 degrees. Nice. Even nicer than here. Well, it was 74 this morning whenever I got on the motorcycle. I took off from my brother's house, which is out in the country, and I had to pull over in about a mile and put my sweatshirt on. I'm just not used to temperatures like this. That felt like a nice early spring or late fall temperature to me. So I had to put my sweatshirt on. I went ahead and put my helmet on too. Back home I ride with the helmet all the time, of course, because there's a helmet law and it just feels safer. And then coming across all the states, there's not a helmet law in most of the states. I think Missouri might have one, but I don't think so. Anyways, I came across Utah, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, and then into Illinois. And I don't think there's a helmet law in any of those states, but I wore one anyways because being on the freeways, I feel a lot safer. But running around here now and going without a helmet for the most part. Let's see. There I am, I'm back. What's happening? So not much action on my channel yet as far as whenever I go live, I guess because I'm just random right now. I'm not accustomed to going live. And if I do, it's just a random pop-up, you know. So nobody knows that I'm going live. I don't make any posts or any announcements or anything like that. Yeah, man, you're on here every time I come on, and I really appreciate that, Tony. A couple channels is the Bud Files are very good supporters. They always pop on whenever I'm live, and you always pop up, Tony. So Stone Wolf Outdoors and the Bud Files have been my two biggest supporters on my lives. You guys are always there. And then, you know, others pop in. Tom Garvey pops in. He's a friend back in Las Vegas, so he pops in whenever he sees me. And then there's a few others. Woman Outdoors pops in, giving all these shout outs right now. Hey everybody. Since I got thousands of people watching, they'll know about your channel now. So anyways, just goofing off, guys. 10 minutes in, we'll see how long I can last. Maybe I should have stopped in another area here. Let me tell you what. Hang on a second. Hang on. I'm going to see if I can do this. I'm going to ease over to another spot here so we can check it out. Turn that down. Bear with the noise for a few minutes. I'm going to get us to another spot. There's a cool area over here. Take you for a little motorcycle ride. So there's a couple channels that I talk to here in Illinois, and it'd be nice to go see them. There's one channel that I talked to in Missouri. I got a hold of him the day before. I got a hold of him Wednesday. That's Ken over at Lone Cowboy Adventures. He rides motorcycles too, so anyways, I was going to go see Ken, but I figured he was going to be at work. He was. He drives a truck, so I'm sure he was driving out of town somewhere. So we did talk on his live for a minute. So we did touch base. And then in southern Illinois, there's a channel which is Illinois Canarum. I think he just abbreviates Illinois with IL, and then his last name is K-N-I-E-R-A-M, maybe? Canarum, or E-M? Alright, this takes me to the exit on this side, so I'm going to go around the other way. Go around to the other side. So, plus I've got another friend from Las Vegas who lives in southern Illinois close to him, so I'm going to text him and maybe I'll drop down south Monday and go see them if they're available. And then northern Illinois, another channel is Robert's Ride Along. Robert's up north, so if I get a chance to get up north, I'm going to go see him. See how it goes, you know. I really don't make any plans. I let the days unfold and the locations unfold as we go. Just enjoying life, you know. No destination here, just a journey. I got a couple places that I'm definitely going to. One is right here where I'm at in Illinois. And then the other one that I'm definitely going to is Peoria, which is in Illinois. And then I would like to go to South Dakota to Sturgis to the motorcycle event. I'm going to have a few friends there, I'm sure, that I'll run into from different areas. Good thing about that is I got so many friends that belong to the same fellowship that I belong to, and they've got a meeting place up there right down off the main street in Sturgis. So we all show up to that little fellowship hall. And then you'll see friends from wherever, you know, 'cause I've got friends all over the United States. So maybe I'll run into some of them if I go to Sturgis. Like I say, that was not etched in stone. What I'm doing here in Illinois is etched in stone. plan on being on the road maybe 25 days, maybe longer. This is day 5. Track's right over here to my right now. That's the half-mile track. Tonight we're going to have the sprint cars, which are a little bit maybe come back to that. And there's events every night. It's quite, county fair, so there's going to be events every night here. 5 or 6 o'clock tonight. So tonight is the sprint car races. On this other side where they have the paddle boats out. Rent your little paddle boat and go down this river if you want. Wednesday night is going to be motorcycle racing, which I definitely want to go see that. I don't know why. Maybe because my dad raised us on motorcycle races. I've been riding motorcycles since I was 5 years old, so maybe I got a slight interest in motorcycle, I don't know. But anyways, Wednesday night I'm going to go to the motorcycle races. And let's see. Not sure what else they got there. They got harness racing. You know, the horses with the little single man and the buggy behind it. They got harness racing. Be cool. Next door neighbor used to be a jockey down in California. Different thing, jockey, he was just on the horse, but the other has a little buggy behind it that the horse pulls. I'm just going to stop here for a second. I'm not in a parking space, but, just do whatever. I don't know if it's really breaking the law. I don't see a no parking sign here, but anyways, I parked right there. A lot of things I do, which may be right or may not be right, but a lot of things I do, I just act like I know what I'm doing. I just do it, and that's that. And then if someone tells me I gotta move or I can't do that, then I move and quit doing it. I rode through the fairgrounds earlier, right through where all the carnival rides are and everything on the bike. Just rode through it like I knew what I was doing, like I owned the place. Like I was the president of the carnival or the county fair or whatever. Let's see. Man, I can't see with these doggone glasses on. I can't see without them and I can't see with them. What the heck? Let's see. Hey, 351 Cleveland, what's going on, my man? Thanks for dropping in. Just taking a motorcycle ride. Left Las Vegas Monday. Back in Illinois now. Rode that beast over there. I'm right at 2,000 miles now. I'm probably going to put on another 3,000 or 4,000 before I get home. So here's this little place where you can rent canoes. There, you can rent canoes, you can rent the little paddle boats and cruise around. The lake goes all the way around over there, all the way back over, comes through here, around there. So this is called Crystal Lake Park. I don't think it's where Jason came from. I think he came from Crystal Lake up in northern Illinois. But there's some Crystal Lakes in different states, so anyway, as long as he's not here, as long as he don't show up here, I'm good. If your name's Jason and you're watching my channel, I'm probably not talking about you. I'm talking about Jason from Friday the 13th. So this is a nice peaceful area. I got a nice cool breeze blowing through. Probably gonna say it's in the low 80s. A little bit of a cloud. Love the clouds, man. We don't get any clouds in Las Vegas. The only clouds we get out there is where the jets will see you'll see the jet, not jet streams, but the streams from the jets where they're seeding the clouds, you know. That's all we get out in Vegas. You don't get this here. And then whenever it's going to rain, you know, just the black comes in, the big black clouds, dark clouds come in, then we get some rain. Let me put my other glasses on so I can see here. Yeah, look out for Jason at Crystal Lake for sure. That's why it's good to have the camera backwards, you know. Like, keep your camera like this, that way you can watch your back in case he tries sneaking across the bridge at me. Or maybe he comes jumping out of the water. I don't see him. I think I'm alright for now. Anyways, hope everybody's having a good Friday. I know I am. I'm just piddling around for a couple hours today. Let's see, just went to a meeting earlier. That's one thing, you know, out of the several things that is really good about me being sober is no matter where I go, at any destination, there's the fellowship of AA there, and I got friends before I ever show up, you know. I just show up in a town or a city or whatever and get on Google, find out where there's a meeting at, show up. They always ask if there's any out-of-town visitors, so I always announce myself, where I'm from. And then after the meeting, you know, you got friends you're talking to. So wherever I go, I got friends at my destination. So enough about that. Now, if I still drink, I'm sure I'd find myself at the county fair tonight or in one of the local bars around town that I used to hang out in. And I'd find myself drunk, maybe in a fight, maybe going to jail, who knows. So I gave that life up 26 years ago to enjoy this life of beauty. You know, life's a journey, and I'm on one, and I'm loving it. So that's my sober speech for the day. Yeah, so I just went to a meeting and rode around town, checking out some old spots that I grew up in and whatnot, you know. So I think I'm gonna go have some lunch, go get some lunch, and make a plan for later. Text my brother, see if he's out of the doctor's yet. He's been, well, he had a lung taken out about 3 months ago. Found he had cancer, so had his lung taken out, left lung, and then he's been going through chemotherapy for about 3 months. And then they did some tests on him the other day, and the doctor called yesterday and said that he is cancer-free as of right now. However, he's got to do, I think he said 18 treatments. No, 18 treatments every 3 weeks for like a year or more. So once he goes through them treatments, then everything should be groovy. So anyways, I'm going to get a hold of him and see what the plan is for the day. See if they want to do dinner or whatever. Hey Ken, how you doing, man? Thanks for dropping in, buddy. I was talking about you earlier. Your ears must have been ringing. Talking about passing through Missouri, and you were at work, so we couldn't meet up. So I made it to Illinois, obviously, and I'm hanging out over here at Crystal Lake Park, where we used to come as kids. One of the places we used to come as kids. They got a city swimming pool over here. County fairgrounds are right over there. Gonna go to the sprint car races tonight, and then motorcycle races Wednesday night, then head over to Peoria Sunday. Just left Tulsa. All right, so you do a turnaround every day. You go somewhere and you're back home every night, I take it? Not sure. My dad, he drove over the road for a lot of years. He was out of his terminal was out of Chicago. His main terminal was out of Chicago. He drove for a company called LCL Transit. They hauled a lot of craft foods and frozen foods and whatnot. Anyways, I remember as a kid being able to go on the truck with him, and then they changed the rules to where you couldn't take your kids anymore. You know, by the early to mid 70s, you couldn't take your kid. You know, we became a liability for the company, I guess. You know, somebody probably sued somebody, and that's where the laws started changing. But I remember going on the truck with Dad maybe a handful of times whenever I was a kid. That was definitely an experience. And then we moved out to Arizona when I was 16, and he went to work for a company. He pulled his pension out of the union, and he went to a company. It was a small company. The guy had maybe 4 trucks, so Dad drove for him out west just as a little something to keep him busy, you know, whatever you want to call it. Kind of like me whenever I do little jobs with my so-called being retired. So anyways, I remember I was like 16, 17 years old, and I was with Dad on one of his runs. We went to LA and took some swinging meat over there to LA, and then we picked up a load, and we was headed north to San Francisco. Well, actually Richmond, right across the bay from San Francisco. And we was headed up north. We was going through the Grapevine, and we had one of those old what do you call them, stub nose Kenworths, and you know, before they started going to the, you know, big time to the other tractors. Anyways, we was in a stub nose and heard something pop, you know, and it sounded like a tire blew out. You know, Dad pulls over and he says, "Get out and see which tire blew out." And me being a 16-year-old, I didn't stand too tall yet, you know, maybe 5 something. And whenever I jumped down out of the cab, I seen fire underneath the engine, you know, or not under the engine, but underneath the cab on the engine. I told Dad it was on fire. So he jumps out and grabs a fire extinguisher, and a couple other trucks wound up pulling over in the center of the highway going the other way. You know, they seen what's up and helped us put out the fire. And Dad got a ride from one of them other truckers back down south to the nearest place, you know, to get a tow truck and everything. And man, I was out there probably about 3 hours, and next thing you know, here comes the truck driver, pulls over, and he's got a sandwich and a drink for me. And he said, "Hey, your dad's back there and this, you know, whatever." And he asked me if I bring this sandwich and drink to you. So that was cool, man. That was, back in the 70s whenever, you could trust people and trust a lot more stuff before things got weird, or too weird. So anyways, Dad winds up coming up with the tow truck driver, and they hook our tractor and trailer up to the tow truck. And I'm tired at this time, so I couldn't ride in the tow truck either. So illegal again. One more thing of the 70s is I'm getting towed through the grapevine in the sleeper of that cab over semi, and Dad's up in the tow truck. So anyways, we got towed into, I want to say Baker or Bakersfield, one of the two. I can't remember which. Anyways, we got towed into there, and they had to put a new turbo on, and the reefer was going out in the trailer. Had to put a new reefer on. So anyways, that's just one of my, or maybe a couple of my trucking stories. I got a lot. Dad drove his whole life, and darn sure got a lot of stories that I could tell about that. We can't tell all the stories in one day though, right? Glad you popped on, Ken. Thanks for joining. Just out here enjoying the nature. Let's see what's up. Hey. Well, about 32 minutes in, 33 minutes in. I think I'm gonna jump on this motorcycle right here. That one. Of course, that's the only one around here. I'm gonna jump on the bike and go have some lunch. Then get a hold of my brother and see what's up. See what we're gonna do. I appreciate you guys jumping in and saying hello and hanging out with me for a few minutes. I'll probably be going live a lot over the next week to 10 days because I'm out here. I don't want to say all by myself, but I'm out here on this journey by myself on the motorcycle. Debbie stayed at home. She's got the animals. She's got the granddaughter that lives at the house, and she can't ride on the motorcycle anymore with her sciatica. She had to sell her motorcycle about, let's see, I think we sold her motorcycle in 2018 or 2019, one or the other, right around there. And then she had to give up on riding on the back of mine too. It just got to be too painful, you got that sciatica killing your back and your leg, and then you're going numb and everything for sitting too long. So anyways, I know a little bit about that too. My left arm's numb half the time now, and my leg the other half the time. So anyways, no complaints here. Just on the trip alone, enjoying myself. Debbie might be watching right now. If you're watching, babe, I love you. You know that. And I miss you. And thanks again, everybody, for dropping in. Ken, Tony, Bud Files, whoever else popped in. Appreciate you guys. And catch you on the next live. If not, see you on the one after that. Have a great day, and God bless.